lower, not a lower place, but more of a place that doesn't, it has old technology and it needs older technology to in order for it to speak. And so having that secure baseline will allow you to look at every aspect of what you got secure appliance wise, and then say, hey, okay, we're going to apply these processes and rules to it in order to make sure that we're secure as possible while using these products. So some things that we want to look at when it comes to configurations, not just on computers, switches and routers, but it could be computers, phones, things of that nature too. You hear me say all the time, we want to change the default credentials. I'm pretty sure that that's going to show up on this CompTIA Security Plus, that if it's a default credential, let's go ahead and change it. If they give you the opportunity to change it, do change it, and then change it to something that you can remember, or let's use that password manager that we've been talking about in order to change those default credentials. Disable any unnecessary service. So this is going into the switches and routers stage. So on your switch, you would have 24 ports, and they kind of look like telephone ports, right? Telephone cord ports that you can just, it has that little weird shape to it. All of those are defaulted to be active. So if you plug something into it, it should give you connectivity. Matter of fact, if you look at your modem that's at your house, you turn it around to the back, it should have that telephone looking RJ45 port. Those things are hot automatically out of the box. It would be in your best interest to go into the configurations and disable those ports. But a lot of times it's a 50-50 chance. I would say that they might be on, they might not be on. And that's typically off of someone actually disabling that feature and turning them off. But we want to turn them off and turn them on whenever we need them. We want to make sure that we use secure management protocol. So this is SSH, SSH, or IPsec when it comes to communicating via remote desktop or through the internet via VPN. We want to use access control lists. So ACLs, I haven't really touched on it too much, but ACLs is a list of who's invited to use this service, right? And that's how you want to look at every ACL, no matter if it's network or if it's system based. So they can be two different types of ACLs. You can see one that's on your computer where we allow these applications to be on your computer. That's an allow ACL list. And you also have a ACL list that's on a network where we are allowing these IPs to connect to our network and actually communicate. If you have these lists, then it's easier to understand who can get in versus letting everybody in and then you kicking out people who don't need to be there, right? So having these lists is critical in order to, one, kind of get a grasp on your network and know who's in it, and then versus just letting it be the wild wild west and letting everybody roam around. Again, if I have any kind of network issues, you guys please just stop me, and I'll try to work on that. We having storms in South Carolina right now. Along with the configurations, we also want to talk about strong passwords, like I always say, port security, and then last thing that they got here is the physical secure of the equipment. So making sure